Hi, boys and girls. We're going to listen to the story of I Want That Nut. It was written by Madeline Valentine, and the editor is Scholastic. So in this story, there are a couple characters. There's Mouse and Chipmunk. And Mouse and Chipmunk are really good friends, but they get in a little bit of a disagreement because they both want the same thing. It's kind of funny. Let's see how they resolve their problem of wanting the same thing. So there is Chipmunk and Mouse, and they're playing tag, and it looks like they're playing hide and seek together. You might have a text-to-self connection with that. Playing tag with a friend or playing hide and seek with a friend. I Want That Nut. That's the title page. Mouse and Chipmunk were playing together when they heard a kerplunk. They peeked through the bushes and saw a nut. A big, beautiful nut. Mouse looked at the nut. Chipmunk looked at the nut. Mouse and Chipmunk looked at each other. You take it. No, you take it. Well, I insist. Oh, you should really take it. Well, I guess I did see it first. Okay, I'll take it. Chipmunk took the nut. Look at Mouse's expression. He can't believe he took it. Chipmunk and the nut were inseparable. That means they spent lots of time together and they were always doing things together. They played together, they read together, they lay in the grass and stared at the clouds together. And there's Mouse peeking around, watching them. And then he says, I want that nut. Mouse went to Chipmunk's house for a friendly visit. He very politely knocked on the door. Mouse, Chipmunk, and the nut sat down to tea. Look at Mouse, though. He doesn't look very happy, does he? But Chipmunk sure looks pretty content. Mouse says, Oh, this is lovely. Thank you. It's our pleasure. The nut and I are very happy you stopped by. Oh, look, a dinosaur. And he points. Chipmunk looked, and Mouse took the nut. Mouse and the nut did everything together. They played tic-tac-toe together. They napped together. They were having a dance party together when there was a knock on the door. The visitor looked a little familiar. Hello, I am the judge of the most beautiful nut contest. You may have heard of us. Do you have a nut? Yes! Give me that nut. Mouse paused. He looked very closely at the visitor. He handed the visitor the nut. And look it, the visitor took off so quick. Chipmunk and the nut were having the best time together when Mouse stomped over. Hand over that nut. The nut's mine. Then, over in the distance, there's a speech bubble. It says, Actually, it's mine. Now, who do you suppose is saying that it's their nut? It isn't Chipmunk and it isn't Mouse. What's your prediction? There's obviously another character in this story. Make your prediction. check your prediction. It's okay if you're not correct because we can change our predictions as we learn more about the story. It fell out of my tree this morning. I've been looking for it all day. Thank you for finding my nut. Goodbye. Did you guess a squirrel? I did too. Mouse and Chipmunk sat down together. That got a little out of hand, didn't it? Yes, it did. I'm sorry I stole the nut. I'm sorry I stole the nut. Well, they're apologizing, and that's really kind of them to do. Hey, look at this log. And they decide to have a dance party with the log, go on a walk with the log, lay down and look at the clouds with the log. And so now Chipmunk and Mouse and the log are inseparable. Mouse and Chipmunk. Mouse smiled at Chipmunk. Chipmunk smiled at Mouse. Mouse, Chipmunk, and the log had the best time ever. Here they are playing tag with the log. You think the log is going to catch them? They're playing hide and seek with the log. And now they're having a dance party with the log. The end. I think that is such a fun story. And you know what? It's kind of fun to think that you could have fun with a nut. You could have fun with a log. You just have to use your imagination. And I wonder what your text-to-self connections are with the story. If you and a friend maybe wanted to play with the same thing or wanted to take it and keep it for yourself and not really share. Because we were talking a little bit about that, sharing toys and people taking toys from another person. So it happens. We all kind of want the same things at times, but if we just take our turn and we share, then we can all be happy, or we can find something else to play with.